Hiya! In this episode, we are in
Val
Morel.
Hi, I'm Cos.
And I'm Meeks.
We self-built our fully winterised wonder bus called Tippy.
To chase the snow and explore the mountains in wintertime.
Together with our two little girls, we are ski vanning across Europe.
Our little family of four are visiting new places and learning new things.
We thought we'd share our tips on where to park and camp in the mountains with all of you. Welcome to Tippy Travels. Val Morel is a purpose-built ski resort in the heart of the French Alps. It's positioned along the Tarentaise Valley, very close to Méribel. The ski area of Valmorel is actually lift-linked to St Francois Longchamps in the Maurienne Valley, so there's actually plenty of skiing here to be done. The motorhome area is just a car park with the tourism office, welcome campers in this designated area only. It's very convenient with lots of bars and shops and the pistes very close by and some services for motorhomes. So come take a look around. And so this is the parkup in Valmorel. This area is called Creve Coeur. Here goes my French again. Essentially it is just a car park, but it actually has pretty good views where the weather isn't snowing. Actually, across there's a nice big valley and you can normally see some mountains. But anyway, here's Tippy.
I would say not too long of a vehicle can stay here because they stick out quite a bit.
Yeah, if you are too long, you'll be sticking forward. So, chief camera operator, if you want to point at some of the other vehicles, see some of the other cars and vans. So this is the area. There you go. So from this air, you take a little trundle on down the road here, and that takes you to the first lift and kind of like a little sort of area for shops and bars. Just a 2-minute walk from where the air is to here is essentially the beginning of the skiing. And so you have the Pierrefonds lift just up here, and then around you've got Sherpa, ski pass office, and then some bars and restaurants and stuff. So really nice and easy, and it's a gentle gradient walk to get back up to the van. Also in this area is where the water point is. So I'm just going to lead you to that now. So the air is just up this street here. And here is where the services are for the motorhomes. Just to give you a bearing on where this is, the Telleborg midway point is here, and then you've got the Creve Coeur Sports ski shop here. Hi. Okay, so those my famous words. Okay, so inside the men's toilets, you can obviously discharge your cassette down here, but I would suggest giving it a really good clean after you do. Also, I spotted a tap. This is the tap that you use for the water. Thingy. Merci. That could have been a bit weird. Hanging around in toilets and filming. Let's go outside. So far we haven't found a place in Valmorel to discharge your grey water, but we have found that in the middle of pretty much every street, everywhere, are drains. So I'm sure you'll be able to, like us, find somewhere to just pull over and let your tap go and discharge grey water.
So the bins are literally everywhere on the parking lot. We're just driving past some now. Well,
okay, so we're going to attempt to fill up our fresh water. That sort of involves us kind of like double parking kind of here. So we'll give it a go. If anyone moans, then we'll make a swift exit. There we go. The water, fresh water fill up in here in the men's toilet requires the larger one of these. So make sure you've got an assortment of these guys. She was right and I was wrong, but together
What you need for this resort as well, isn't it, Colin? You need a long hose. How long is ours?
About 20 metres, I think.
20 metres, he says.
So this is not the most convenient thing. We've got our hose kind of laid out, and obviously it's quite a busy thoroughfare. People are sort of coming and going, and we're sort of having to kind of marshal it to make sure no one trips. But we're filling up. So an important piece of practical information for here is that as you come into the resort of Val Morel, you will reach this ticket barrier. The ticket barrier is for paid parking, but everything in Val Morel is paid parking. So you can't access the village without paying to park. Not a massive issue for us, but obviously, you know, go into the lorry buses lane because of the height restriction there, take a ticket, then you go park up. So to get out of the village, you then just need to take your ticket to one of the payment machines, which there are many of. There is one in Creve Coeur right next to the toilets where the waste discharge is. Obviously, pay for your ticket, for your stay. If you're here for about a week, it works out as around about 11 euros a day. Shorter times then make it slightly more expensive per night. So I will put a link to the prices for the parking in the description. But the parking is called Valmorel Gestion. So if you look that up, again, just follow the link below and it'll tell you how much it's going to cost you to park here for as long as you're going to be here for. So this Creve Coeur area has a bus that stops right here outside the Teleborg lift. It also stops on the other side of the road, just by that sign there to the edge of that building. And so the bus on that side takes you down to the main village, and the bus on the Teleborg side of the lift takes you up towards the pistes kind of areas. I'm sure that area up there has another name, but I just don't know it. So we're just going to take a wander from here in Creve Coeur down to the main town. So let's do a little time lapse. So after taking a walk down the road, we've realised there's a path. So what we'll do on the way home, we'll go back up there and we can show you the way to and from the village.
This is the beginning of the town of Val Morel. We are standing now near the Longchamps lift, which is a big gondola.
There it is. And this is the blue that brings you into the main resort here. And then just behind us and down the slope over there is the main town.
We're going to take a look now.
So let's go for a walk.
My head waking up without a clue. I've got these numbers in my phone. It must have been amazing holidays what we chose. But did I really make a friend? I better find out when it is the weekend. We know all the stakes, and then we get a little higher. And then it's time to say, I bet that we are friends forever.
Just a short walk from the Longchamps lift. You cut across the little car park area over there, and that is where the Club Pew Pew is for your infants, children, beginner ski lessons. And here it is, the Club Pew Pew. Our kids have outgrown it now, but useful information for any of you with young children. You can get to here also from the Teleborg lift, which you can just about see in the distance there with the cables running into that building. And that's the bottom of the Club Pew Pew area. So coming back up from the town and the Longchamps lift, you just want to get to this little bend in the road, and then there's this little ziggy-zaggy path which takes you up to Creve Coeur. there it is. That's the walk from the town up to Telecabine Pierre for Creve Coeur area. And there is the Teleborg lift.
Now it's time to start talking about the skiing.
Something's a little unusual about this place compared to many other places we've been to is that when you buy your lift passes online, you don't go to the ticket office to collect them. Here, you designate the lift you want to collect your ticket, your ski ticket from. So we've come here to the, I'm going to get it wrong, Pierre Fort. And so we ordered online, and then there's a little booth here just to the side of the ticket barriers, and that's where you collect them from. She just asked for our name and handed over the envelope. Perfect. Okay, so just a little bit of information about the skiing here in Val Morel. Val Morel is lift linked to St Francois Longchamps, and to get there is only a matter of about 3 lifts. Generally speaking, most of the skiing here in Val Morel is blues, and so there are some green areas, one of them which we're on right now. This area is just a little kind of beginner area, just one little drag lift, a few uppy downies. But generally speaking, if you want to get onto any of the lifts that take you up from the resort, in other words the gondolas, then everything down pretty much is blues, so you need to just be aware of that if your capabilities aren't quite there. But fear not, further up the mountain there is an area where you can ski greens, and so you go to the top of the Pierre Fort lift, and then from there there's a beginner magic carpet and a drag lift, and you can just do some laps up and down there and then get the gondola back down. And the snow conditions up there are much better than down here, because this area that we're in now is, I think, give or take 1350 in altitude, 1350 meters in altitude. And so the snow conditions down here can be a little bit slushy, a little bit clumpy, but up there, snow conditions are much, much better. Also, there's a lovely restaurant as well at the top of that Pierre Fort lift. And so I would highly recommend that, and I'd highly recommend the tartiflette. But generally speaking though, here you can get from here all the way over to St Francois Longchamps and back again, all on blues. The blues are fairly wide, although they're steeper in gradient. Our youngest, who's 7, was able to do it. It was like snow ploughing her way around, and so I wouldn't necessarily worry too much. But just make sure that the adults are capable of looking after the kids, caveat as always. So there are a few free lifts here. We're currently skiing on one of them, and I've forgotten what it's called. Is it Cheval Blanc? I think so, Cheval Blanc. And so that is a little drag lift, so very much for beginners. And you can just do some laps. There's 2 runs that come off it, and it's free, totally free. The next one over is Croix de la Boise, or something like that.
Excuse his French.
Excuse my French. Something like that. I should really note this. What I'll do is, because my French pronunciations are rubbish, I'm just going to put a list of the free runs in the description, and that'll just make everything nice and easy.
And then we're going have it again. We all have it again.
So we've taken a little ski over to St Francois Longchamps, which is twinned with Val Morel. It's very busy here because it's Saturday and they have their slalom racing. So all good fun. We just stopped for a bit of lunch. Now we're going to head back over to Val Morel. It's only a few lifts, but with the kids being, you know, a little bit novice, takes us a couple of hours, so it's part of the day up. You finished your day and you're heading back to the Aire. You'll be heading down here, which is the Pierre Fort lift. This is the blue that basically all roads kind of lead to get you back. If you peel off to the right hand side of this cannon, you'll see the beginner area, the sort of the baby slope area, which is here. If you follow that down there, just into the tree line, there's a little left turn you can take to get yourself down to the Aire. So nice and easy to get yourself back in again. So highly recommend go through there, but obviously, as always, take care. Lots of little children around, so no hooning it. You've been warned. Okay, just going to pay the parking here in Val Morel. Insert ticket. $43.50. Okey-dokey, where do we pay? Here, I guess. Approved. The tariffs are all here, as expected. Sorted. Now that's all done, we are out of here. So that was it, $43.50 for the time we were here, which was 3 nights. So nah, not too bad really at all. Okay, so that is us finished here in Val Morel. So
Been a really pretty resort, really lovely runs. The park up where we are, in essence, is just it's a parking lot, but it's big. It's not very loud at all at the night, so we managed fine.
yeah, and the resort's very pretty. Like the actual town bit is really nice as well. Yeah, it's been really good, and there's lots of families here too, which has been nice for us. Lots of kids, and so it's not really a kind of pumpy teenage 20s thumpy kind of place. So yeah, really happy. Tippy is ready to go. We're all set. The snow's improving, as you can see. We've had a little bit of fresh stuff here and there.
What can we say?
Dancing around. Okay, so we never found anywhere to dump off the grey waste. Bit of an issue there. The cassette waste is in the male toilets. It was confirmed to me by the tourism office. And also so is the fresh water, and that tap that you saw in the video is the tap you need. No electricity here, no hookup. What else? Oh, it's fairly level here too.
Yes.
So we didn't need to ramp up, but the further you go up this slope where the car park is, the little sort of more hillier it kind of gets. So you might need a chop or two, but it's not much. Everything's very convenient. The town is literally just over there. Well, the first part of the town for Creve Coeur is just there, and then the main town's only a matter of 8 minutes walk.
Easy walking
from here.
distance.
Everything's really close and easy. So we've found this to be a great little place for us. So yeah, we'll definitely come back. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah. So
Goodbye from Val Morel.
indeed,
And
like
see you next time.
and subscribe. Like and subscribe.